When's the last time you did something for you? I don't care if you're 15 years old or 50 years old. The question remains the same. When's the last time you've done something for you that you've always wanted to do? In this video, I want to talk about what it looks like to start to create a life where you work hard, but you also get time to play. I think more than anything, the pandemic, amongst many things, but one thing in particular really taught me how fast things can change. And with that in mind, you really got to evaluate, what are you utilizing your time for? You know, are you somebody that is constantly too busy to do things or put other people before yourself? I completely get that. But the thing is that we only have one life to live. And there may only be certain amount of opportunities to be able to capitalize on the things that you truly want to do for you. And I truly believe, being on both sides of things, listen, I'm 32 years old. I didn't start traveling until I was 22. I'd never even stepped foot on a plane. Now maybe traveling's not for you, but maybe there's something else that is for you that you've always wanted to do and you've never really done. It doesn't matter if you don't make a lot of money or you do make a lot of money. It doesn't matter if you don't have a lot of time or you do have a lot of time. It's all about how you look at things, what you prioritize, and planning. Now, there's micro and macro planning. But for this conversation, we gotta look at the bigger picture. So here, let me put it in perspective for you. 1 second. First and foremost, you gotta go with the big macro picture. You gotta break things down from a macro first, then go to micro. What do I mean by that? Well, over the last 10 years, I've been able to travel mostly backpacking over 28 different countries. Now guys, I run multiple businesses. I have obligations, responsibilities, just like you do. The difference is, in a lot of instances, is that I plan from the 40,000 foot view first, the vision of what's important to me, that fulfills me and my happiness, so that I can show up the best version of me on the day-to-day when I'm hustling, because I know that I'm honoring myself first. To put it in perspective, okay? Let's say a trip costs you $10,000. Now, you just need to break that out over a period of time that makes sense for you, for your budget, and for your time allocation. For instance, if you divide $10,000 per 365 days, that's about $27 a day that you need to save. And after that 365 days, guess what? You have an opportunity to do that, to do something that you've always wanted to do. That's the whole point of life. The whole point of life is to find things and to focus on your happiness. Because when you're honestly fulfilled, when you do things for you, when you take time away from the hustle to really enjoy the fruits of your labor, you actually show up so much more productive in life. You're so much more happier. You can be so much more fulfilled and so much more present for your family and the process, and inspired, and to give to other people. That's the whole analogy, is the cup half full or half empty. It comes down to being able to make sure that your happiness is attended to first, that you're achieving what you want to achieve in life, big or small, because when you do that, then you can be for other people. But if you try to do it the other way around, you're gonna burn yourself out, you're gonna be unfulfilled over time, and it's gonna wear you down. So next time you look at planning something for you, take the macro level first, then break down the micros. Remember that life is always gonna happen and it's always gonna fill up the spaces. So let's say you, for instance, use the analogy of having a jar, okay? And the rocks that you put in your jar are the big things that you want to accomplish in life, okay? So there's different size rocks, but the fact of the matter is that you put the rocks inside your jar first. Why? Because if you think of sand as the micro, the day-to-days, the things that fill up your day, the sand will always fill in the cracks. So make sure you have your rocks in there first. Keep hustling, tend to your happiness. It makes everything so much better. It doesn't have to be big. You start small. Make sure you tend to your happiness so you'll be a better human being for everybody else. Time for me to go hit these slopes. Let's go.